ਅਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ 25ਵੇਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਆਓ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਉਦਘਾਟਨੀ ਸਮਾਰੋਹ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਓਟ ਆਸਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰੀਏ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਵਜੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿਰ ਢੱਕੇ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਈਏ ਅਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਉਦਘਾਟਨੀ ਸਮਾਰੋਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੁੱਜੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ, ਬੁਲਾਰੇ ਅਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਯੋਗੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਨ। ਕਾਲਜ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਦਿਲਸ਼ੇਰਵੀਰ ਜੀ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ। ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਐਡਵੋਕੇਟ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਮੀ ਜੀ, ਡਾਕਟਰ ਵਿਜੈ ਲక్ష్ਮੀ ਸਕਸੇਨਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਇਸਕਾ, ਡਾਕਟਰ IGS ਬਾਂਸਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਆਫ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਜ਼, ਡਾਕਟਰ ਤਰਲੋਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੈਕਟਰੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਆਫ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਜ਼, ਡਾਕਟਰ ਗੁਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਲਹਿਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਇਨ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਸਾਇੰਸ, ਡੀਨ ਕਾਲਜਿਸ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ, ਡਾਕਟਰ ਪਰਮਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ, Dr. Mninderjeet Kaur ji, Vice Principal of the college, Dr. Vimal Mehta, Co-convener of the conference, participants, Professor Sahiban, ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਓ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ 25ਵੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਿਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਕਾਲਜ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੈ। ਪਾਰਟਿਸਪੈਂਟਸ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕਾਲਜ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਰਥ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਮੀ ਆਟੋਨਮਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਕ ਬੰਗਲੌਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ A ਗ੍ਰੇਡ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਕਾਲਜ ਵਿਦ ਪੋਟੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਫਾਰ ਐਕਸੀਲੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਕੋਲ ਉन्नत ਭਾਰਤ ਅਭਿਆਨ ਦੇ ਅੰਡਰ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਕਾਲਜ। ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਇਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਸਟ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸਨਮਾਨਯੋਗ ਸਕੀਮ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋਈ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦੇ NSS ਵਿਭਾਗ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਸਟ ਕਾਲਜ ਦਾ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਮਿਲਿਆ। ਰੈੱਡ ਕਰਾਸ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀਜ਼ ਲਈ ਗਵਰਨਰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ੰਸਾ ਪੱਤਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਇਸੇ ਸਾਲ ਇਹ ਕਾਲਜ ਸਟਾਰ ਕਾਲਜ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਸਭ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਯੋਗ ਅਗਵਾਈ ਕਾਰਜਸ਼ੀਲ ਹੈ, ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਕਰ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਆਸ਼ੀਰਵਾਦ, ਉੱਥੇ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦਾ ਇਸ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ, ਅਧਿਆਪਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਤੇ ਕੰਸਰਨਡ ਫੀਲਿੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਡਿਸਪਲਿਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਤੇ ਮਿਹਨਤੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਪੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ, ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਉਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਤੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸਕ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਨਗਰੀ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ, ਪਰ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਕਾਰਨ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਿਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਦਿਲਸ਼ੇਰਵੀਰ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ 2 ਮਿੰਟ ਲਈ ਕਾਲਜ ਦੀ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਪੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਾਉਣ। ਤੇ ਵੀ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਕਰੋ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਡਾਕਟਰ ਪਰਮਵੀਰ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਥੈਂਕਸ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੈਲਪ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਲਈ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ। ਸਾਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ, ਵੈਲਕਮ। ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਫੇਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਪੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ, ਵੈਲਕਮ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਸਰ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਇੱਛਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਪੈਂਟਸ, ਸਾਡੇ ਡੈਲੀਗੇਟਸ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਕਰਨ, ਪਰ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦੇ ਚੱਲਦਿਆਂ ਉਹ ਪੋਸੀਬਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਿਆ। ਪਰ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਪੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਟੂਰ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਈਏ। ਤੇ ਆਓ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਟੂਰ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸੀ ਕਾਲਜ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੁਝ ਝਲਕੀਆਂ। ਆਓ ਹੁਣ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਰਪ੍ਰਸਤ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਮੀ ਜੀ ਵੀ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ। ਇੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਕਰਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਿਰਮੌਰ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਅਧੀਨ 137 ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਵੱਧ ਵਿਦਿਅਕ ਅਦਾਰੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਆਓ ਹੁਣ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਮੀ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸੰਦੇਸ਼। ਕੋਈ ਕਨੈਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਦੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਕਨੈਕਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਪਾ ਰਿਹਾ। 2 ਮਿੰਟ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਲੱਗੇਗਾ, ਬਸ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦੇ। ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਗਲਿਚ ਦੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਨੈਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਦਿੱਕਤ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਇੱਕ ਉਹ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਟੇਟ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਲਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਨਾਰਥ ਰੀਜਨ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡਾ ਇੰਸਟੀਚਿਊਟ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਨੈਕ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਏ ਗ੍ਰੇਡ, ਡੀਬੀਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਟਾਰ ਕਾਲਜ ਤੇ ਡੀਐਸਟੀ ਦੀ 5th ਸਕੀਮ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਕੀਮਾਂ ਕਾਲਜ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹਨ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆਟੋਨਮਸ ਬੋਡੀ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਿਲੇਬਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਧੁਨਿਕ ਢੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਿਆ ਹੈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਆਓ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੰਦੇਸ਼। ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਕੋਈ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਗਲਿਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ। ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੁੜੇ ਸਨ ਪਰ ਉਹ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਟ ਕਨੈਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੁੜ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ। ਸੋ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ। Now moving forward with our program, I'd like to invite Dr. IGS Bansal, President of the Academy of Sciences. Dr. Bansal is an eminent scientist and is the sole awardee of Prime Minister Award from state of Punjab. He has also been conferred CM Award as Eminent Scientist of Punjab. Dr. Bansal has also served as Head of Department Human Biology and has also performed his duties as Dean Life Sciences and Dean Academic Affairs. Dr. Bansal has supervised more than dozen of PhD candidates and has been visiting professor to many foreign universities. Now, I'd like to invite Dr. IGS Bansal for his valuable words. Now it is over to you, sir.
All scientists, guests, and other members joining Silver Jubilee session of the Punjab Academy of Sciences this year online, I welcome you all on behalf of the Academy, though the formal welcome has already been done by the Principal Sahib. Let me first of all congratulate all the members of the organizing committee for choosing a very timely and appropriate theme for this Jubilee session. I strongly feel that results of any scientific research which is sustainable are the only one meaningful and useful for the society. Though the academic achievement does not become less by online consideration, but it certainly lacks personal interaction part of it among scientists. As a present, I have been asked to tell you something briefly about the Punjab Academy of Sciences. The story of foundation goes back to 1996, when Punjabi University hosted 83rd session of the Indian Science Congress at its campus, where about 5,000 delegates from India and large number from other countries participated in the session. After the Congress was over, the then late Vice Chancellor, Professor J.S. Paul, called me as the General Secretary of the Indian Science Congress and senior professors from Science Department and put up a question to all of us. The question was, why such a Congress cannot be held at regional level in Punjab state, so that large number of scientists, teachers from region can participate here, as it is difficult to send everybody to Indian Science Congress because of financial difficulties. All members were very enthusiastic about this idea, and all agreed to the proposal. So the process in this director started, and as such, Punjab Academy of Sciences came into being in 1997. For its registration under Society Act of Punjab government, it required 15 life members. Those were enrolled, Academy was registered. I'm happy to tell you that There are more than 1,500 life members of the Academy now, which started from 15 only. This has been possible with the help and cooperation of the scientists and scientific institutions, including universities and colleges of the Punjab state. Every year, Congress is hosted by a university or a college or any other academic institution where about 500 delegates participate. Academy was constituted with the following aims. Number one, to serve the cause of science in Punjab with respect to its basic and applied aspect. Number two, to encourage original research in general with reference to Punjab in particular. Three, to create scientific temper and awareness among masses. Four, the establishment interaction among scientists of the state with reference to interdisciplinary subjects. Next, to work out strategy for getting an environment sources and maintain healthy environment. During the Congress, papers are presented in 5 sections. Those represent almost all branches of science. To encourage young scientists, an award consisting of a medal, rupees 7,500 in cash, and citation is presented to best oral paper presented in each section. Similarly, an award consisting cash money, medal, and certificate is presented to best poster presentation in all 5 sections. An award is also presented to a delegate who presents paper in Punjabi language and is adjudged the best. Each year, 5 eminent scientists are also honored. They are presented with honorary fellowship, medal, and a citation. This fellowship is awarded to scientists from Punjab working anywhere and a non-Punjabi who has worked in Punjab state at least for 15 years. Such fellows are almost about 100 approximately in our register. To encourage scientists, many other awards are also given in cash. For example, for number one, best college science teachers in the state, best pharmaceutical teacher in the state, best female teacher in science of the rural area in a college. Award is also given to a science students who has topped my matric examination of Punjab State Education Board. A fellowship is also given for 1 year to a science student who wants to go for a special training somewhere outside his place of work. Similar financial aid is also given to the institution who wants to hold scientific activities in their institution. For example, holding of scientific model exhibition, holding of conference of junior research fellows for 1 day with the best presentation award, then painting competition in scientific theme, then holding of lectures of eminent scientists, etc. A great achievement have been also received by the Academy by publishing a journal of international standard twice a year, in which best original and review articles after getting it reviewed are published. Well, I stop it here. I think it's enough to tell you about it. But I stop here with a wish of a great help and cooperation of all scientists and scientific institutions for Punjab Academy of Sciences. I wish here is a great success to this Congress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable words. Now, I'd like to invite Dr. Vimal Mehta to kindly provide the theme of the conference and also to introduce our worthy guest, President ISKA, Dr.
Thank you, Professor Dalsherbir Singh ji. The theme of the conference, I'm going to provide this. The Silver Jubilee session of Punjab Science Congress is being chaired by President SGPC, Sardar Harjinder Singh Dhami ji, President Indian Science Congress Association, Kolkata, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena ji, President Punjab Academy of Sciences, Dr. IGS Bansal ji, Secretary Punjab Academy of Sciences, Dr. Tarlok Singh ji, and Dean College Development Council, Punjabi University of Patiala, Dr. Gurpreet Singh Lahal ji, in an online mode. The theme of the 3-day Punjab Science Congress is Future Endeavours of Science and Technology for Sustainable Growth. The main aims of the events are to promote the cause of science in Punjab and nearby states with respect to its basic and applied aspects, to encourage original research in general and with reference to Punjab in particular, to create scientific temper and awareness among the masses, to develop interaction among the scientists for promoting interdisciplinary research, to work out strategies for sustainable use of our natural resources and to spread awareness on various environmental issues. More than 300 delegates, including 50 top academicians and scientists from the various states of India, like Tripura, Rajasthan, Bhopal, Gujarat, New Delhi, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, and Punjab. I am delighted to tell you that we have participants from Canada, Dublin, Ireland, America also. In it, eminent personalities from ISCA, IITs, NITs, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, Central University, Bathinda, Punjab, University, Chandigarh, Punjabi University, Patiala, Naipur, Mohali, Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, Chandigarh, and from many other elite universities and colleges of the country will participate. There are 5 parallel tracks in the conference running in an online mode. A special session for the Young Scientist Award and the Best Poster Award evaluated by external eminent academicians in a parallel online platform has been arranged for all the 5 tracks. So thanks you for listening the theme of the conference. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena ji, President ISCA. Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena ji is a very well-known person. However, I would like to brief about her achievements in her journey for the last 45 years of research and 40 years of teaching experience. She has won many awards, out of which Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee Memorial Award by Indian Science Congress Association, Kolkata, and Dr. B.S. Chauhan Medal Award by Geological Society of India are worth to mention. She has been a pioneer in the field of research and produced more than 100 international high-impact factor papers, 20 books, and acted as editorial member of various journals. She has guided more than 30 PhD students. She has played many pivotal roles in various organizations, like she is General President of Indian Science Congress Association, Kolkata, member of Central Institute Body, Standing Academic Committee of Hospital Affairs of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, General Secretary of Indian Society of Life Sciences, Kanpur, and many more. The list is endless. Now I would like to invite Dr. Vijay Lakshmi ji to communicate with you and provide her words of wisdom in the form of inaugural address of the conference. Dr. Vijay Lakshmi ji.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your kind words. Very good morning to all joining the e-conference. Dr. IJS Bansal, President PAS, Dr. Trilok Singh, Secretary PAS, Advocate S. Harjinder Singh Dhami, President SDPC, Dr. Tarjinder Kaur Dhaliwal, Director Education SDPC, Dr. Gurpreet Singh Lehal, Professor Punjabi University Patiala, Dr. Jasveer Singh, Principal of the College, Dr. Vimal Mehta, Co-Convener, all the participants of the National E-Conference, guest speakers, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen, and media personnel. I am honored to be here in my capacity as a General President of Indian Science Congress Association. First of all, I wish to thank Professor IJS Bansal, President PAS, for inviting me for this e-conference to share my views with you all. I am equally thankful to Dr. Jasveer Singh, Principal, Shri Guru Nanak Tej Bahadur Khalsa College, Shri Anandpur, Sahib, Punjab, for organizing such a wonderful 3-day National E-Conference on future endeavors of science and technology for sustainable growth. I would like to begin my talk with the famous quote of Rabindranath Tagore. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. I strongly believe that Tagore's ideas of imparting true education had the inherent seed of sustainability much before the term sustainable development was officially coined in late 20th century. As you all know, the harmonization of society's development with the planet's environment is the basic foundation of sustainable development. Indian Science Congress Association is committed to spread the concept of sustainable development nationally by pointing out the interdependence of scientific research, production, and environmental limits. Today, I'm proud that Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Shri Anandpur Sahib, Punjab, has organized a 3 days national e-conference on future endeavors of science and technology for sustainable growth. The most often quoted definition for sustainability comes from the UN World Commission on Environment and Development. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The 2030 United Nations Agenda for Sustainable Development calls on countries to begin efforts to achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Goals over the next 15 years. They are the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all, which includes global challenges, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean air, water and sanitation, poverty, peace, justice, transportation, conservation of natural resources, affordable and clean energy, and so on. All are dependent ultimately on science and technology. The world, however, is essentially driven by technology. Major scientific matters which now affect human destiny. One cannot safely take decisions for today unless we realize that those same decisions determine the future. Sustainability improves the quality of our lives, protect our ecosystem, and preserve natural resources for future generations. Sustainability is associated with organizations' holistic approach, taking into account everything from manufacturing to logistics to customer service. Therefore, science and technology plays a key role in the development and sustainability of the country. By the year 2050, it is estimated that our global population will likely reach 9 billion people. Sustainable development practices help countries grow in a way that human beings should sustain by meeting their basic needs, adapt to the challenges posed by planet's environmental limits, which will in turn help to protect important natural resources for us and future generations to tackle complex challenges for humanity such as climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, and poverty reduction. And it lays the foundation for new approaches and solutions. The idea sustainable development emerged in the early 1980s from scientific perspective about the interdependence of society and environment and has since evolved along with the significant advances in our understanding of this interdependence. Sustainable development is essential for countries' economic development as we have limited quantity of resources. We need to keep the stock of natural resources for future also too, allowing prosperity for now and for future generations. Information technology plays a vital role in today's societal importance and sustainability. Knowledge endows wisdom and intelligence in both people and machines. We expect people to be wise enough and play the role as responsible citizens for developing a sustainable society. Similarly, intelligent machines have the knowledge to minimize energy and material use and promote the famous 3R of sustainability, that is, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Information technology also improves the facilities faster, cheaper, and equitable. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has referred the work of the Science and Technology and Innovation Advisory Council to stress the importance of science and identify solutions for societal problems through technology and innovation. The 9 national missions aim to understand and conserve the biodiversity and develop sustainability processes, leverage precision health for personal well-being, recover wealth from waste, develop and use artificial intelligence, quantum computing, connected mobility solutions, and other technologies to resolve key challenges and enable sustainable development for India and the planet. The technologies which can improve sustainability are cloud-based data platform, Internet of Things, sensors and monitors, and blockchain. These advanced digital technologies enable tracking system, unlock new capabilities for the measurement and tracking of environment and social impact across value chain. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on 3rd February announced during the budget presentation that the Reserve Bank of India will soon introduce digital currency based on blockchain technology. Digital currency will also lead to a more efficient and cheaper currency management system. It is therefore proposed to introduce a digital rupee using blockchain and other technologies to be issued by the Reserve Bank of India starting 2022 to 23. Our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has emphasized the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India. I strongly believe that science and technology is the embryo on which a country relies for the eventual realization of this vision. So, science and technology is an important pillar of sustainable growth in the 21st century. I hope that this e-conference can stimulate useful discussions as we prepare for the sustainable development with new directions for future endeavors of science and technology for sustainable growth. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Vigyan.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now, I'd also request Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena, the President ISTA, to kindly allow us to launch the abstract book of the conference.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
10-50 तक सीट है ना
कुछ वो किया है एब्स्ट्रैक्ट बुक रिलीज करें.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, moving towards our program, I'd like to inform everybody that our President SGPC, Sardar Harjinder Singh Dhami ji, is again with us. Because of some technical glitch earlier, he was not able to join, but now he's with us. Now it is over to President SGPC, Sardar Harjinder Singh Dhami ji.
ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਿੰਨੀ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਧਰਮ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਾਰਥਕ ਰੋਲ ਅਦਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ। ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਲਗਭਗ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਾਲਜਸ, ਡਿਗਰੀ ਕਾਲਜਸ, ਸਕੂਲ, CBSE ਪੈਟਰਨ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ, ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀਆਂ, ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਕਾਲਜ, ਇੰਜੀਨੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਕਾਲਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਚੋਖਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਔਰ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਤਿਕ ਕਦਰਾਂ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਸਿਖਾਉਣ ਤੇ ਲੋੜ ਤੇ ਆਧਾਰਿਤ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਕਿੱਥਾ ਮੁਖੀ ਪ੍ਰਵੀਨਤਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਧਾ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਸ਼ਵ ਪੱਧਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਯੋਗਤਾ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਮਹਾਰਤ ਹਾਸਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੇ ਸੈਮੀਨਾਰ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਕਰਵਾਈਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਵਾਰ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਿਲਵਰ ਜੁਬਲੀ ਆਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਮਨਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹ ਕਾਲਜ ਔਰ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹ ਜੋ 3 ਰੋਜ਼ਾ ਵਿਸ਼ਵ ਪੱਧਰੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਦੇ ਸਮੂਹਿਕ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਟਾਫ ਨੂੰ ਔਰ ਜਿੱਚੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਿਸ ਨੇ ਨੈਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ +A ਗ੍ਰੇਡ ਹਾਸਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਟਾਰ ਕਾਲਜ ਦਾ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਇਹ ਆਟੋਨਮਸ ਬੋਡੀ ਆ ਔਰ ਆਟੋਨਮਸ ਬੋਡੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਗਿਆਨ ਤੇ ਤਕਨਾਲੋਜੀ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਚੋਖਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਪਾ ਰਹੀ ਆ। ਇਸ ਵਾਰ ਸਿਲਵਰ ਜੁਬਲੀ ਮੌਕੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਇਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋਇਆ ਔਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਾਮਨਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦਾ ਸਮੂਹ ਸਟਾਫ ਔਰ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਟੀਚਿੰਗ ਤੇ ਨਾਨ ਟੀਚਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਟਾਫ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਜਲ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਲਈ ਕਾਮਨਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਸ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਕਿ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਦਰਪੇਸ਼ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੁਣੌਤੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਹੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਚੋਖਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਉਣਗੇ। ਸੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਟਾਫ ਨੂੰ ਔਰ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੰਦਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ SGPC ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਮੀ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਗਾਈਡਿੰਗ ਫੋਰਸ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। Now continuing with our program, I'd like to invite Dr. Tarlok Singh ji, Secretary Punjab Academy of Sciences. Dr. is an eminent scientist who has been conferred with Bharat Gaurav Award. He has also served as head of zoology department. Besides, he has also been Dean Student Welfare. Now I request Dr. Tarlok Singh ji to present his invaluable views to our participants. It is over to you, sir, now.
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। Now the academy is very thankful to the management of the college, and also the academy is thankful to Dr. Vijayalakshmi Saxena for her excellent address to the audience. Now, as Dr. Bansal has already explained the work of the academy, the award we give to the young scientists and to the eminent scientists of Punjab, and also we elect one person, very prominent person, for the life achievement award. So the selection of or the election of the awardees are as follows. I am going to read the citations of those fellows. Now, first is Dr. Gurpreet Inder Singh has graduated from prestigious Armed Forces Medical College, Pune, with MBBS degree in 1972 and joined the Army Medical Corps as permanent commission officer. He did his MD and DHI Diploma in Industrial and Occupational Health from the same college. He later served on the faculty of Associate Professor and Preventive and Social Medicine, AFMNC. Dr. DPI Singh has worked as Commanding Officer of Station Health Organization and Medical Superintendent of Cantonment General Hospital and Roorkee and Jalandhar. He, while in service in the Army Medical Corps, he was sent on deputation to Sultanate of Oman for 4 years, where he made significant contribution to develop medical sciences in truly developing Sultanate Armed Forces and was decorated by Sultan with Distinguished Service Medal. He has also worked as professor and head of the community medicine in Dhyana Medical College and Hospital Ludhiana. Dr. DPI Singh has been the founder vice chancellor of Hadesh University, Bhatinda. He has already 50 publications in national and international journals, authored 3 books, and had 4 USA product patents in his credit. He has participated in 55 national and international conferences and presented papers. He has guided 15 MDs. Notably, among the honors and awards to Dr. DPI Singh are Honorary Fellowship of Punjab Academy of Sciences, Dr. Bahadur Singh Memorial Award for Excellence in Education Field, appointment as UNESCO Chair for Bioethics, Award of Honor for Chief Minister of Punjab, and Fellowship of Indian Society of Communication Disease. Now he was invited to make a presentation to the Lok Sabha, Joint Parliamentary Committee on Health Implications of Pertaining to Genetically Modified Crops in India. In view of his illustrious career and outstanding contribution made in the field of medical sciences, Punjab Academy takes legitimate pride in conferring Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Gurpreet Inder Singh during 25th Punjab Science Congress held at Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Sri Anandpur, Sahib, Ropar. Now, the awardees of Fellowship Award, Professor Arvind. Professor Arvind, a theoretical quantum physicist is Vice Chancellor of Punjabi University, Patiala. He obtained his MSc and MD degree in physics from Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, and Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, respectively. He served at Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, Carnegie Mellon University, Petersburg, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, and Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Mohali, as faculty member. He has held several administrative positions at Mohali. Dr. Arvind received an INSA Medal for Young Scientist in 2000 and also acted as a member of the DPR Drafting Committee for the National Mission on Quantum Technologies and Applications. He has over 70 publications in international journals and supervised around 7 PhD students and over 40 MS theses. His current research interests encompass quantum information theory and foundation of quantum mechanics. Professor Arvind is keenly involved in contribution in education, especially in the context of teaching of science and in schools as well as in university. He has also acted in the capacity of resource person for several academic refresher courses for the teaching of science at the undergraduate and postgraduate level. Through various platforms such as television, panel discussion, newspaper articles, social media, and seminars, Professor Arvind has been drawing attention toward the major problems in the educational system of India. Professor Arvind has also drawn attention to the problem of science education being limited in the elite institutes and universities and advocates bringing it to the common people. He was an expert on the panel discussion in the Indo-German Symposium. For his incredible achievements in the field of physical sciences, Punjab Academy of Sciences takes legitimate pride in electing Professor Arvind as Honorary Fellow of the Academy under Physical Sciences during 25th Punjab Science Congress held at Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Sri Anandpur Sahib, Ropar. Now Professor Narpinder Singh did his bachelor and master degree in food technology from Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana, and completed his PhD in food technology from same university. Prior to joining Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, he worked at Department of Food Science and Technology, Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana. At present, he is providing his services at Department of Food Sciences and Technology, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, as a professor. Professor Singh has served as head of the department, director of research, coordinator, program, dean of faculty and of applied sciences, and also a coordinator in the university industry linkage program and coordinator at Center for Advanced Research in Food Sciences. He has provided his services as visiting professor in various foreign academic institutes such as School of Chemical Sciences and Pharmacy, University of East Anglia, Northwich, UK Department of Data Science Industry, Kansas University, and Food and Human Health Services, Osaka University, Japan. He has also gone through various professional training through courses in extension, cooking, and texture analysis in USA and UK. Professor Singh has received more than 21 awards, including prestigious INSA Medal for Young Scientist of J.C. Bose National Fellowship, with more than 291 research articles, including 17 reviews and 4 newspaper articles. He has published 1 book, contributed 18 book chapters in international and national books, and reviewed more than 8 books. He has supervised more than 30 students for the PhD degree. He has a large number of research projects to his credit, and he has been instrumental in signing 4 MOU. Now, for his incredible achievements in the field of food science and technology and agricultural sciences, Punjab Academy of Sciences takes legitimate pride in electing Dr. Narpinder Singh as Honorary Fellow of the Academy under Food and Technology Sciences during 25th Punjab Sciences held at Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Sri Anandpur Sahib, Ropar. Now, Professor Swarndeep Singh Hundal, Dr. Swarndeep Singh Hundal did his MSc and PhD in zoology from Agricultural University, PAU Ludhiana. He has worked at PAU in different faculty positions, including professor and head department of zoology. During his established academic career of 34 years, Dr. Hundal has contributed significantly to animal physiology, reproductive toxicology, and environmental sciences, with emphasis on the effect of environmental contaminants on animal reproduction. He has published more than 70 research papers and 7 book chapters. His research achievements have been internationally recognized by China, Canada, and North America. In recognition of his contributions to zoology and environmental sciences, he has solicited with a medal and citation by Zoological Society of India. He has participated in national and international seminars, conferences, as invited lead keynote speaker, and as a mentor for Inspire program. He has acted as subject expert for selection committees for different universities, Public Service Commission, and ICAR Agriculture Scientists Recruitment Board. He has also been associated with the work related to the National Testing Agency for review, NEET, main and advanced online examinations and NET evaluation. Dr. Hundal has also been elected as a fellow of Foundation for Science and Environments, Calcutta, awarded Adarsh Vidya Saraswati Rashtriya Puraskar by Global Management Council, Gujarat, Inspiring Climate Educator Award for the National Green Mentors Conference, Ahmedabad, and Excellence in Teaching Award, Allahabad University. For his excellent achievements in the field of animal physiology and environmental sciences, Punjab Academy of Sciences takes legitimate pride in electing Dr. Swarndeep Singh Hundal as Honorary Fellow of the Academy under Biological Sciences during 25th Punjab Science Congress held at Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Sri Anandpur, Sahib. No one more citation is there, but I am not going to read it because for COVID problems. Dr. Suresh Kumar Agarwal, he has not been able to participate because of the COVID problems. So next year he will be awarded this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Now, moving forward, uh, I want to inform here that Punjab Academy of Sciences has invited the nominations for the awards. And Engineer Gurcharan Singh Oration Award IIT Padal has been given to Miss Priya Sharma. Miss Priya Sharma is HOD Electrical Engineering Department, and she has an experience of more than 7 years and has published approximately 31 national and international papers. Now, I'd like to invite Ms. Priya Sharma for oration lecture. Uh, Ms. Priya Sharma.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Your voice is audible.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Priya Sharma. I am head of the department from IIT Bhadal, Electrical Department. Today, hello. Sir, I am audible or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are audible, ma'am. Yes, kindly continue.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Priya Sharma, head of the department Electrical Engineering from IIT Bhadal. Today, I am going to start my presentation. Sir, just a minute. I am going to share my presentation. Sorry, sir.
No problem, ma'am. No problem. Please.
Okay. Sorry, sir, for that. Today, I'm going to start my guest lecture on the topic non-renewable and renewable resources. First of all, as we know that non-renewable resources are that resources then that cannot be remade or regrow at a scale comparable to its consumptions. The few non-renewable resources are like nuclear energy. Nuclear fusion uses uranium to create energy, and nuclear energy is non-renewable resources because once the uranium is used, it's gone. Petroleum. Second one is petroleum gas and coal. Coal, petroleum, and gases are considered non-renewable resources because they cannot be replenished in a short period of time. These are called fossil fuels. You know how coal is made? Coal takes millions of years to recreate. Before the dinosaurs, many giant plants died in spams. Over millions of years, the plants were buried under water and dirt. Then heat and pressure turn that dead plants into a coal. Similarly, oil and gases takes also millions of years to recreate. In that case, tiny sea plants and animals died and were buried on the ocean floor. Over a time, they were covered by layers of silts and salt. Then, over a million of years, they remained were buried deeper and deeper. The numerous heat and pressure turned them into oil and gas. Today, we drill down through layers of sand, silts, and rocks to reach the rock formation that contain oil and gas deposits. Now, what is the difference between oil and gas? Some essential differences between the mode of coal and petroleum formation. Basically, these differences centers around the fact that coal is found at its site of deposition as a solid and relatively pure massive organic substance, whereas petroleum is a liquid and migrate readily from its place to origin into a porous reservoir rocks. Now, if non-renewable resources are resources that cannot be remade at a scale comparable to its consumption, what are renewable resources? Renewable resources are natural resources that can be replenished in a short period of time. Few renewable resources are like solar, wind, geothermal, biomass, and water. Now, what's a solar energy? Solar energy is energy that we get from the sun. Sunlight is one of our planet's most abundant and freely available energy resources. The amount of solar energy that reaches the Earth's surface in 1 hour is more than planet's total energy required for the whole year. Although it sounds like a perfect renewable resource, the amount of solar energy we can use varies according to the time of day and the season of the year, as well as geographical location. Now, next is geothermal. Geothermal energy is the energy from the Earth's heat. By harnessing the natural heat below the Earth's surface, geothermal energy can be used to heat homes directly or to generate electricity. Although it harnesses the power directly below our feet, geothermal energy is of negligible importance in the few countries where geothermal heat is much more free available. Next is biomass. Next is wind energy. Wind energy is energy that we get from the wind. To harness electricity from wind energy, turbines are used to drive generators, which then fed electricity into the national grids. Although domestic or off-grid generation systems are available, not every property is suitable for the domestic wind turbine. Next is biomass. Biomass energy is energy that we get from the burning organic or living matters. This is a conversion of solid fuel made from the plant material into electricity. Although fundamentally biomass involves burning organic material to produce electricity, and nowadays this is a much cleaner, more energy efficient process. By converting agricultural, industrial, and domestic waste into a solid, liquid, and gas fuels. Biomass generates power at a much lower economic and environmental cost. Next is water or hydroelectric energy. It is energy that we get from the flow of water. As renewable energy resources, hydropower is one of the most commercial developed by building a dam or barrier. Large reservoir can be used to create a controlled flow of water that will drive a turbine generating electricity. This energy source can often be more reliable than solar, wind power, especially if it's tidal rather than river, and also allow the electricity to be stored for the use when demand reaches a peak. Like wind energy, in a certain situation, hydro can be more viable as a commercial energy sources, dependent on the type and compared to other sources of energy. but depending very much on the type of property, it can be used for domestic off-grid generation. Next is renewable energy in your home and how we can help you. And where there are so many advantages of using renewable energy in domestic settings, such as it cuts your electricity bills once you have paid for the cost of installing renewable energy sources like solar panels. You can become less reliant on the national grid, and your energy bills can be reduced. Air source heat pumps can be a great alternative to a gas boiler. Second one is get paid for electricity you generate. The government pays you for the electricity you generated, if you use it. Sell electricity back to the grid if you are generating enough energy to export and access back into the national grid. You can receive an additional payment from this. So third one is drive electric. Did you know that our electric vehicles traffics are not only cost effective but also renewable? These days we are using electric vehicles that can also reduce our pollution. Last one is it can reduce your carbon footprints. Green renewable resources of energy don't release carbon dioxide or other harmful pollutant into the atmosphere. A typical solar PV systems could save around 1.5 to 2 ton of carbon per year. Next is future of renewable energy. As world's population rises, so does the demand for energy in order to the power our houses, businesses, and communities. Innovation and expansion of the renewable sources of energy is a key to maintaining the sustainable level of energy and protect our planet from climate change. In the future, it's expected that number of renewable energy sources will continue to increase as we see an increase in demand for power. This will drive down the price of renewable, great for planet and great for our wallets. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am,
Thank you so much.
for your original lecture. So this was Mrs. Priya Sharma, HOD, Electrical Engineering Department from IIT Bahadur, who has given her valuable words on renewable sources. So now, moving forward with our program, I'd like to invite Dr. Sangeet Kumar to offer vote of thanks to all our worthy guests, participants, and delegates. It is over to you, Dr. Sangeet Kumar.
Thank you very much, Professor Dilsher ji. On behalf of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Shri Anandpur Sahib, I wish to thank our eminent guests, Sardar Harjinder Singh Dhami ji, President SGPC, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena ji, President ISKA, Dr. IGS Bansal ji, President Punjab Academy of Sciences, Dr. Trilok Singh ji, Secretary Punjab Academy of Sciences, all members of Punjab Academy of Sciences, all participants for gracing the inaugural session of Punjab Science Congress 2022. Thank you everyone for joining us in this session. Now it is over to Professor Dilsher Singh ji for further proceedings. Thank you.
So, thank you very much, Dr. Sangeet Kumar. As we are moving forward, soon we will be joined by Dr. Gurpreet Singh Lahal for his keynote address, and he will be joining us at exact time of 11:15. So we are giving here 10-minute break to all the participants. So at sharp 11:15, we'll be joined by Dr. Gurpreet Singh Lahal for his keynote address. And I hope we all will stay here. And for 10 minutes, it's a break, and we'll again start with our program at 11:15. Thank you.